everybody, I'm Maya, and I'm very thankful that you're here. Let's get into it.
Crochet Trends.
Today, we're talking all things crochet trends in 2024, or at least what I think will be trending this year. And because I'm such a thorough girl, I have 6 main categories with subsections throughout, starting with specifically, I think primary colors will be trending, and more specifically, certain shades of primary colors. I'm thinking like cherry red, baby blue, and butter yellow. And I really don't see a shortage of ways that these colors will be used. So let's just get into cherry red.
Cherry red.
I really think that we'll be seeing cherry red being used either as accents or as the whole moment. So whether that's within accessories, like a red bag or headwear per se, I think that those will be like really good ways to add pops of red. But I also see there being just full red down, full red experience from top to bottom, and it being very monochromatic in that way.
Butter yellow.
Moving on to butter yellow. I just think this is such a pretty color overall. Honestly, I think it works across seasons. I think it's a color you can work any time of the year, but specifically with spring and summer coming up in cardigans, tank tops, long sleeve, short sleeve, baby doll dresses, maxi dresses. Like, it really is infinite with this color. And I think it really is a color that looks good on most people. This is exciting, no?
Baby blue.
And perhaps the most trending color of all 3 of these is baby blue. I think baby blue is really going to be taking over, which makes me excited because in one of my last styling videos I did on trend predictions, like general ones, not crochet specific, baby blue was in that as well. And I delighted in it. So I'm seeing baby blue tops, specifically like little cami tops and things like that. Just really cute little accent type of vibe. I saw these really gorgeous maxi dresses. Oh my gosh. Also, even like mixing of a baby blue and butter yellow, that's going to be a really good color combination for this year as well. And I genuinely think it's just a very refreshing color. Also has a polished look about it. I think it works for like the whole office wear blibbity going on as well, just because blue, gray, black, green leans into office wear styles and like button downs, all of that, schmall of that. So I definitely think baby blue is going to be trending this year in crochet specifically.
Metallics.
I think we're going to be seeing way more metallic, specifically through the use of like sequin yarn or just like more novelty, glitter yarn, all types of things. I think it's one singular girl who does all the work for Work From Beach, but I've been following her for a minute. Her work is amazing. She often uses sequin yarn in her designs, and it just gives a nice sparkle to everything. Like seeing that type of stuff in the light. And if I can be real, I'm genuinely really excited about it. I love a little shine, a little razzle, a little dazzle. My name is Maya the Golden. Like, hello, the brand is Razzle Dazzle. So yeah, I really see it gold yarn, silver yarn, or even just metallic colors as well. I'm really excited.
Stripes.
Stripes. I love stripes, specifically like the small stripes, not really like the big chunky Blues Clues type stripes. Like I like the real thin ones, or even the ones that are kind of like staggered in size. And a reason why I think that this is going to be trending is because of the uptick in like scrap yarn projects and just how that works up and what it looks like. It comes out really stripy and very colorful at that. So I'm thinking we're going to see stripe type of color work in a lot of sweaters, cardigans, tops, just in general. But I'm also thinking about seeing it like in other places that are like a little more unsuspecting, like shorts and pants, skirts, like just bottoms in general. It's such an effective way to spruce up a simple outfit because you already have your statement piece. You really don't have to do much. Like everything's already been done.
Fuzzy.
I think that we're going to be seeing a lot of fuzzy things this year, whether it's things that are feathery, furry, or just literal fuzzy yarn, using feather yarn, fur yarn, really nice, soft, 3D textured things, so appealing to the eye. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of this, especially this winter season, because we're still in winter, with headwear and accessories, scarves, hats, balaclavas, all of this. But I'm also thinking that we're going to see it in things that are not dependent on fuzzy, but are more just like textured in general, still soft textures, things that have like mismatched texture things. So if it's like half mesh, half like dense, thick yarn. But I definitely think we're going to be seeing a lot of soft leaning textures throughout, whether it's in skirts, whether it's in like full onesies, things like that. I think it's going to be super, super, super fun and super cute. And honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of things being furry, fuzzy, and soft, but I am a Taurus. So what do you expect?
Patchwork. Patchwork.
Continuing in the vein of texture things, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more patchwork, whether it's in design elements or just the literal garments itself. Imagine, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Alexandria Mass, or is her name Alexandria Mass or Alexandria Massey? I don't know how to say her name properly. Stunning work. I remember seeing that she did this residency where she made this big ass spider, and it was just of a bunch of tiny, like in big circles, very patchwork-esque, and it was gorgeous. I'm thinking we're gonna see stuff like that happening within garments, because I've already been seeing it on the runway. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of color, just people trying to get rid of scrap yarn and maybe making some appliques to put all over a garment to spruce it up. You know what I mean? And it helps to bust your stash. So I think we're going to definitely be seeing an uptick in patchwork, especially with scrap yarn projects becoming really popular.
No, yarn?
Last but not least in this texture section is I think that we're going to be crocheting with more than just yarn. I think that we're going to be crocheting with embellished yarn, whether it's sequin or glitter or feather yarn, things that have like paillettes in them, beads, metals, and chains, and things like that. So I'm very excited to see where this can go, because honestly, when it comes to crochet, once you have the technique down, what can't you make and what can't you use really? As long as you got something that has the effect of string, it can literally be anything. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm actually excited to test it out myself. I really want to do some projects with beads, so we shall see. But I see this being really, really popular, especially for embellishing accessories. Accessories are going to be a great place to practice with things like this. I think that this is going to be a year of play for crochet. I think that last year, everybody, including myself, because last year was my first year of crocheting ever. Last year was everybody's time to get the basics down, and now people are interested in expanding their creativity. And I think that crocheting with more than just yarn is the perfect way to do that.
Granny squares.
Everybody's favorite basic girl. Like, these are literally the building blocks of crochet. You can make anything with granny squares. And I think that's why they're going to be trending so heavily, whether that's tops, bottoms, jackets, scarves. With granny squares, the possibilities are literally endless. The only thing with granny squares to keep in mind is you can have hella ends to tuck in. However, once you're done, it's gonna be fly. And I also think that granny squares have such a classic look to them, but they're also very fun. So I feel like it's kind of hard for them to get old, honestly. Like, I'm interested in seeing just how unique we can get with granny squares outside of the norm, ways that we can incorporate them. Feel free to play around with granny squares this year. I'm excited to see what comes of it.
Hyper Femme.
It's giving all things girly, flirty, and ladylike, okay? I am excited about this one. I love all things feminine. Honestly, truly. Feminine silhouettes, color palettes, feminine approaches. And this is across the board. When I say feminine, I mean literally feminine, but I'm not saying it's gendered. Imagine things that are lacy, frilly, things that are light in color, pale pinks, lots of cream, almost maybe conservative leaning silhouettes and things like that. Don't worry, we're getting to the other side of hyperfem in a brief moment, where we're starting here on the conservative side of things. I think that there'll be a very playful approach to crochet this year. Girly colors and silhouettes and things that are just very playful, especially with ballet core of last year, as well as like, what were the other ones? All them damn cores. What was the one? Not cabins. You know what I'm talking about? Not cabins. Cottage core. Cottage core. Stuff like that, like mermaid core, all those like super girly things. I think that we'll see an uptick in that, and that will bleed into this year. I think things will just be very hyper femme. And so even though we do have the very ladylike, very girly, very playful side of hyper femme, we also have the sexy side.
Sheer.
I'm thinking we're going to be seeing a lot of sheer mesh stitch down, mesh stitch season, especially as the summer rolls around. Give it to me, baby. I don't think that sheer is limited to summer. If I can be real with you, things that are sheer are phenomenal layering pieces. And I think that there are people who have already been pioneers in this trend. Someone like Lewa Baby, who made this really beautiful sheer nude type of dress, I think last year. Stunning. I'm thinking that we're going to be seeing much, much more sheer, and I'm so here for it because me personally, I'm a sheer girl. I have so many things on my wish list to make that are sheer.
Extra long sleeve.
Kind of like a micro subsection of Hyperfemme as well is sleeves. And stay with me here. I think we're going to be seeing extra long sleeves, specifically with like a little trumpet bell at the end. And I think that this is really pretty, actually, really dainty and just very soft, having something not stop directly at your wrist. I love things that create extension, so I'm really excited about the extra long sleeves.
Ornate Accessories.
Even though we all are inspired by each other, I think people are looking for more ways to stand out as their own individual, especially with regard to their personal style. And so I think Ornate Accessories is the perfect way to do this. I first see this happening with bags.
Bag it up, 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 bags.
I think bags are going to be so over the top, so overly embellished. I'm thinking we're going to see things hanging off of them. Obviously, people are going to be using bag charms and things like that. But I'm thinking that the bags themselves are going to be very, very detailed. I'm talking about like freeform crochet, freehand crochet, very creative, especially if you're the type of person who has a more simple clothing style. Something that can easily dress up whatever you have on is accessories. So if you have an ornate bag,
Footwear.
something that's a little more niche, but I think is fucking cool is footwear accessories, specifically people who are crocheting on shoes. Again, to mention Alexandria Mass, who crocheted on some Chucks late last year. I've also seen them with Nikes, just people making crochet coverings and things like that, as well as like companion pieces for your shoes. I think that this is something that not everybody is going to be into. It's something fly to get into. If you are the type, please, please, please play around with this.
Unique headwear.
Along with bags, I think unique headwear is going to be the biggest of these ornate accessory trends. I've seen such an expansion and just people wearing more than just your average basic beanie. I'm thinking we're going to be seeing all types of balaclavas, all types of interesting approaches to headwear, things that are just a little more unique than what we've been used to and more playful, especially seeing all the like animal style hats that have come into vogue, as well as people just playing around with unique shapes and silhouettes, turning things that would not normally be headwear into headwear.
Wearables, wabble, 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 wearables.
Another like mini subsection of ornate accessories I think will be wearables, specifically things like collars and scarves, super ornate, super done up, and just be a way to embellish a very simple outfit. You know, something a little cute, a little
Pop, 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 the culture. Pop, pop, pop.
My last trend that I have for 2024 crochet trends is pop culture inspired crochet. Mind you, it's so easy for us to be inspired by things that are in the pop culture, that in the media, we're seeing them all the time. Even if you don't think you like it, at a certain point, you might start to like it. I think it's going to be very easy for us to be inspired by celebrities who are wearing crochet, as well as K-pop artists or idols, I think they're called. I've been seeing a lot of people do recreations of K-pop outfits, of celebrities. This is just an easy one that, you know, people are just going to be leaning towards because crochet has become really popular, because us as a community have popularized it. They are now reflecting that back onto us for us to be re-inspired kind of by ourselves, but it is what it is. I had a lot of fun putting this video together, and if you're interested in seeing these like pictures, if you want to see them more close up, I do have my mood board that I made on Tagwalk, and the Pinterest board that I made are both linked in the description. Check out the description for some other goodies. I just started a Patreon, and I would love for you guys to join. It's literally just $5 a month. Something cute, something slight. If you feel like you're vibing with me and you got $5 that you can give every month to your beloved international pop sensation, I encourage you to do it. And along with joining my Patreon, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing my videos with your friends. It means so much to me. I am Maya, and I thank you for watching. Bye. You should subscribe. and like, what, share with your friends. The joy will never. And we have videos. We have videos. We have videos. And you would like to know more about my videos. My videos. My what I said, my videos. And you should subscribe. Share with your friends. The joy will never end.